Hi, this video is to help you to use ExamView Pro. ExamView Pro is a great program for creating online tests. The video is in 4 parts. The first part, you'll learn how to set up the test manager, which is where you set up your class, you enter in your students, and you will also assign assignments through the test manager. The second part of the video, you'll learn how to use the test generator. The test generator uses either a wizard or you can create a test from scratch. With the wizard, you can choose from test banks that are already established. Many of our courses have test banks. Business math, computer applications, and accounting already have test banks. So you can select the questions. There's a wide variety of questions to choose from. Or you can create them from scratch and you can import pictures and, whatever you want. After you actually save the test, you'll publish the test to the local area network. Okay, and the third part of the video, I'll show you the ExamView test player, which is the part that the students use. With the test player, students will access your published test through the local area network, which is saved to a folder that has to be set up through tech services. That folder has to have proper permissions for students to be able to write to the write to the file in order to save their tests. Okay, so with the test player, students can access the test, but questions can be set up to be scrambled. There are a lot of other options that we'll take a look at. And then finally, we'll return to the test manager to retrieve the test results. There is a fourth component to the video that there's a fourth component to the program that I did not include in the video. It is called the import utility. If you have the need to import a test from Microsoft Word, you can do that using the import utility. So I'll be happy to help you with that. If you want to just send me off an email, my email address will be available at the end of the video. It's pretty easy to do. You just have to save it as a RTF file, rich text format, and you have to put in the answers. And without too much trouble, you can have a test that you already have saved imported into a new test bank. So I enjoy the program very much. The kids enjoy the immediate feedback. And as a teacher, it makes it very easy to do an item analysis so you can see, where the trouble spots are. So enjoy the program. Thank you. We are going to get started using ExamView Test Manager, which you have to have set up before you create your tests. So let's go to the Start menu and up to Programs. Find ExamView Pro-Test Generator, and we'll go into the Test Manager. Click on Start a New Class. Type in your class name. Many of the options are optional, as you can see. Under Instructor School Information, you have to fill this part out the first time. After you have it filled out, when you return to the screen, that information will already be there. Okay, here's your roster. You're going to add a new student, so click on New Student in the lower left-hand corner and type in their name, first and last name, and their student ID. I always use the password as the student ID, same number. Okay, so you can continue in that fashion until all of your students are entered in. Okay, before we can add an assignment, we have to create the test. So we'll just save this information for now. Click on Save. I recommend that you save to the H drive, your H drive, in a folder called ExamView, and I have a folder called Classes. All right. By default, that comes up because I've changed a setting, which I can show you in a minute. Okay, to save your default save preferences, if you go up to the File menu, under the Edit menu, Preferences, where it says right here, under General, where it says Default Class Path, you can click on that and you can make your default class path your H-Drive ExamView classes. That way, every time you go to save a class, it will go to that path right there. Okay? All right, so that's how you do that. All right, I'm going to minimize the test manager, and we'll return after we have test results. So once you have your test manager set up with a class in it, you are going to go create your test. So we're going to return to ExamViewPro Test Generator, go into the Test Generator part of the program. Many of our classes come with test banks. If you have a test bank that came with your series, you can click on Create a New Test using a wizard, and we're going to create a test the first time using a test bank that is already there. I am going to create an Access Study Guide for Chapter 1. The test banks should be in your H-Drive in an ExamView folder. So anytime you access a bank, you should have your bank saved right there. Okay. You can choose, okay, you can choose more than one test bank, or you can just stick with one unit or chapter. Okay, but if I wanted to select more than one, I can certainly do that. Highlight it, click on Next. Now, I can have it randomly select questions from true, false, modified true, false, multiple choice, completion, matching, and essay. So I'm just going to pick a couple from each area. I think I'll skip the matching and the essay for now. Okay, so I have 8 questions total in my test. All right, this is the test, and there's a nice graphic. You can import your own graphics if you're creating a test from scratch. There's another graphic. And there's the answer key at the end. If you wanted to print the test and give it with a hard copy for a sub, you can do that. Okay, just give them a Scantron, and you're all set to go. I am going to, let's say that you don't want one of the questions, and you want to change it up. If you go up to the Select and down to While Viewing, you can go back into your test bank, and you can see what questions were selected in your test, and you can deselect them, and you can pick a different question if you want. All right, so you can see all of the questions that are available right there. This has 142 questions that I could possibly choose from. Okay, so once you're happy with your test, you are going to save it. Now, I have it set up so it automatically saves to my H-Drive and my ExamView folder in my folder called Tests. Notice when I save it, it's going to have a .txt extension. All right, so I'm going to call this Access Study Guide 1. Okay, the test is created. Now we need to publish it so it's available for the students over the local area network. So we're going to go up to the File menu, down to Publish To, and we're going to publish it to the test